Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to be looking at the Aklot Double Neck Bass Ukulele and Ukulele. So if you like videos like these, please hit subscribe below and consider becoming a patron. Alright, so first, isn't this thing crazy? I mean, look at this. It's got a bass ukulele and ukulele in one, two necks that you could theoretically play at the same time if you work at it. And now that you've heard it a little bit, let's talk about the specs. So first, this has a price of $179.99 US dollars. So $179.99 US dollars. That's it. So this has to be the least expensive double neck probably ever. The top is mahogany. The back and sides are mahogany and basswood. Not to be confused with basswood. So I'm thinking the back might be some combination of basswood and mahogany. It has a 3-position toggle switch that you can flick this way for bass, this way in the middle. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, but it almost seems like a sort of combination, but not quite. And this way all the way down for the ukulele. Then it has an arched back. You can kind of see that arch. It says it increases resonance and improves sound quality. So that's from the Amazon store that I found it at. So the bass part is 28.7 inches from here to there. The ukulele part is 27.5 inches, so not much shorter, about the same. And the width from the widest point from here to there is going to be 13.7 inches. So this instrument comes with, obviously, the instrument, strings already on it, an extra set of strings for each instrument. So it's an extra set of Nile guts and an extra set of Thunder guts right here. And then it also comes in this fancy gig bag, and it came with two CR2032 batteries. They were not already in the instrument, they were just in packaging in this pocket. So this gig bag has one pocket on the front and very little padding, and it's not fitted to hold the instrument in place. So this one also has the ukulele, that's all it says on it, so I'm not really sure what it is, but it's just the ukulele electronics. So right there, it just says ukulele. You use that same electronics for both the bass ukulele and the ukulele, and then because it has the switch, there's only one little output jack, and the battery compartment is right next to that jack. So the big advantage of this, I think, is you only need one cord to use both. A disadvantage is it's kind of hard to use both at the same time, but we'll get into that in a second. It has this little section right here that you can take off to get to the electronics or to change the bass ukulele strings. And this also comes with a strap button here and a strap button underneath the bass ukulele neck right there. And it has a stylish little rosette. And you can find some other statistics on the Amazon page that I found this. To find this particular instrument on there, you will have to search a lot of words, or you'll look for a title that literally has every search term you could use to find this. So the name on Amazon is Bass Ukulele Aklot 28-inch Double Neck Ukulele Custom-Made Headstock Full Mahogany 4-strings uke and 4-strings bass with gig bag. So that's what this is called on Amazon. The pros of this one, obviously, you've got 2-in-1. You don't have to switch back and forth to go between the ukulele and the bass ukulele. Because they're kind of close together, if you're really skilled, you can play both of them at once, although it requires a little bit of stretching your hands to do so. If I were to play the open G string, I could play a G chord with that. And if it was in tune, it would sound nice. I'll tune it later. I think another advantage is just needing the one cable rather than two cables, if I haven't already said that. And then it just has one EQ setting. So if you want to change the EQ between them, you can't preset it. You have to change it as you turn it. But I don't think that's a con, because it's nice to just have one thing to change and not multiple things. Also, this is advantageous being right here on this side to make changing the bass ukulele strings easier while being able to reach the electronics. So I like this because it makes it really easy to loop. So you can just switch the toggle switch, not have to unplug and plug in a new ukulele, or not have to like set one instrument down and pick up another, or have two instruments kind of wobbling at the same time. And the fact that there's only one cable makes this a lot easier, because you don't have to figure out some extra device to split the signal or anything. So less things to bring if you're playing a show with it. The instrument seems very playable. Everything's very consistent. I'm not sure if that's just mine or if that's just their level of quality, but either way, great job on that, Aklot. In spite of the shipping stuff, which it ended up not due to them, but due to Amazon, the box ended up getting wet and all sorts of things, but nothing affected the instrument. So I just wanted to say that the instrument's pretty good. There is, however, a hairline crack right here. And I want to mention that first. I'm not sure if it's from shipping or if it's from when they put the fret on. It's right at the 3rd fret. I'm not sure if you can see that. Hopefully, if I can get that there. There's a little crack right there. It's just a little hairline crack. It hasn't caused any playing issues or anything, but that may be due to shipping error, so I'm not even sure if that's worth mentioning here. So now let's talk about the cons real quick. So the biggest con of this, I think, is that it doesn't have truss rods. So neither instrument has a way to adjust the neck if you were wanting to change the strings. So I would recommend just keeping these strings on here, not trying to change the bass ukulele strings out for any metal strings or anything. Due to that, I have no clue how much stress that would put on this instrument. Also, the toggle switch really has two positions that work. There is sort of one in the middle, but the one in the middle, it's almost like you can hear the bass really well, but the ukulele side of things almost sounds like an echo. So I almost feel like it's somehow just lightly being picked up by this, but it does seem to be different than when you just have it set to the bass ukulele, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But either way, you can't really play both at the same time. Also, I've noticed that the ukulele was just a little bit quieter than the U-bass when I was playing them. So when you change back and forth between them, you might have to turn the ukulele up a little bit more. That may be because I'm going through a bass amp, but I'm not positive. There may be a discrepancy between the volumes of the two instruments. But you can remedy that with the volume knob. And then one downside, I think, about having just one EQ and tuner and all this other stuff is that you may have to change the EQ when you change instruments. So if you just do the switch, that may not be enough to get the tone that you want. You may actually have to go back onto this and reset that as well. The tuner, however, seems to work very well for both instruments. So good job on that. I like that. Overall, I think it's a great instrument. Just don't expect it to be a super high quality instrument at this price. It's a great entry-level instrument for $179.99 in US dollars at the time of making this video. But I think it's a very good deal for that price as long as it gets shipped correctly.